I don't think I could answer that actually. No.
An artist who gets his own gigs, records his own material, promotes his own stuff, gets his own face around while an agent having to do it for him.
Independence, complete independence, in every form of it as well.
Got to have balls as well.
Big balls, hairy balls.
Absolutely no clue
No
what
idea.
a self-sustaining artist is.
Self-sustaining, or like producing music and writing music themselves and just putting themselves out there, like you say.
Self-sustainability is the ability to maintain a business and or lifestyle without external support. Every time you book a rehearsal room, schedule rehearsals with band members, book studios, book gigs around town, and when you promote them on the internet, you're in fact managing yourself, a vital part of being self-sustained. You take care of things that needs to be taken care of to do what you do that is not directly linked to the act of performing. We'll take a look at how far you can and would want to get before having someone else take care of your non-artistic stuff.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round.
I'm Terra Naomi, and I've been writing songs for about 12 years probably, and touring for about 8 years. I had a video that just blew up on YouTube, and then I had a ton of attention from the world, from all over, and labels in the US and the UK were calling, every day, and I didn't have a manager. So at that time, I was working with a producer, and he was like, "Let me manage you." And he wasn't a manager by trade, but I needed somebody.
They know what's best and what to be frightened of, and all the rest are wrong. They know nothing about us. They know nothing about us.
That's good. So you needed one. Basically, it came to the point where you couldn't kind of go on without one.
Well, with those, that's the thing. I think that a lot of artists kind of prematurely think they need a manager, and you don't really until you have a lot of stuff going on. At the point when you have all the major labels calling you saying, we're flying you here, we're flying you there, you're showcasing for the head of A&R, you're showcasing for the president. When you have that kind of thing, and companies. I had the publishing company that I signed with. The head of the company sent me an email that was like, "How about I'd like to give you a pile of cash in exchange for, administering your publishing rights?" And I'm just like, what do I do with this? I'm a new artist. I don't know what to do, Yeah. And so at that point, you really do need somebody helping you to make the right decisions. What you hope are the right decisions. Yeah. Well, I started out without a manager, and I currently work. I'm self-managed. Yeah. I have my tour manager and manager in Europe who is responsible for all of my touring, and but we've just kind of started to talk about doing more stuff together. Okay. And so I've been now self-managed for the last couple of years, really.
Mm-hmm. So
and
you manage yourself?
I do, yeah. Definitely. The thing is, I don't want to be managing myself, to be honest, because everything that I can do, I want to be focusing on music. Yeah. And I know enough about marketing, and I know enough just from experience, and I know enough about how to do things, and I'm very, I'm good at being self-sufficient, but I don't want to be. But the problem is I've had this, I had a string of managers who were with big companies, and, initially kind of promised everything. We're like so excited, and then when it came time to really get stuff done, nothing happened. Mm-hmm. So
are you kind of hesitant in finding a new one?
I'm not hesitant, but I'm not jumping into anything, Mm-hmm. To me, it's much better, because I think a lot of artists think, and a lot of artists think this about record labels too, oh, just get a deal and then everything will be okay. Yeah. Just get a manager and everything will, and it's just not true. I think it does. It's like the difference between running your own business by yourself or having someone working with you,
Yeah.
you know, in a company even. I kind of know what I want. I want, you know, the most important thing to me is that the person, well, there's two equal things. Equally important are that the person is incredibly passionate about what I do.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then right after that is that the person has the right contacts in the industry so they can actually do stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because being passionate is great, but they also then need to have...
Need to follow that up, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have to say that if I had to choose one or the other, the more important is the passion. You know, I mean, a lot of my stuff is handled by my business manager, who basically is, you know, she does my accounting and stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that she can help me with, and it's.
So you have a business manager.
Yeah, yeah. But in the U.S., that's more of almost like an accountant. You know, they kind of plan your, you know, but because I don't have a manager, I run a lot of things by her that maybe I wouldn't if I had a manager.
So she acts as a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she not the creative decisions or anything like that, but I, you know, I have people in my life that act as sort of various sounding boards, people that I trust. So that to me is better, to have a few people that I trust that I can run things by than, you know, try and find a manager right now.
So you said that the creative decisions, so things like the album covers, is that all you, like your designs?
Yeah, it's not my designs. I have a designer, and she lives in Germany. So I have kind of an international team. I have my tour manager, European manager that lives in Italy. I have my designer that does all my CDs, T-shirts, stuff like that, lives in Germany. And then I have my web designer who lives in Glasgow.
So that's your .com website?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool. And the best thing to me is that, like I said about passion, they're all people that have been fans of my music for years, for 7 years, and so
they get you.
Yeah, and we started working together because they wanted to, you know, and I wasn't looking for them; they just kind of came.
I've seen this fire spreading for days. The trees can't take me, and I've tried to fight the flames I found among the gun and the I started shouting, she tried to play me, tell me life, and it drives you crazy. So you've got other things to do.
My name's Adam Barnes. I am a singer-songwriter from Oxford. Tonight I played at Leaf Tea Shop in Liverpool with my piano player James Walker.
You have a manager, don't you?
Yes. I got a manager very recently. I talked about a month ago, and I recently left a manager about 6 months ago. Okay. And I changed because they have a wealth of contacts. They have a good idea about how to build up a team around for an album. Managers today are always, they're in place to kind of barter for what you're doing. So they're always there to make sure you're financially stable, that you're getting paid the right amount of money for your gigs, and they're getting you opportunities which are getting you money.
Is there a certain point?
I don't think there was a certain point. We reached a level where we felt that we were doing enough to warrant bigger opportunities, but we didn't have a way to get there. And that's where we felt that a manager would help.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I do think managers, well, some managers like to see an artist that's doing it themselves, that actually puts effort in, because they know that what they put in is getting reciprocated, and it all leads to a better outcome. Currently, the Facebook and social networking is all me.
Okay.
They'll advise me or say what I should do if they have an opinion on it. They used to help out with was kind of help organising merch and CDs and getting it all together, making sure that promoters are paying, and that kind of the nasty work to the music, where it's not as comfortable to talk to people about. That's what they really did, and I'm just there to perform and write songs and make sure it's all in order. Yes, currently to a Manchester record label called Lab Records.
Nice.
No, my old management had sorted out the record label deal for my first release, and it was basically to release that EP and another live EP, and that was kind of the deal. Our current deal is that they release all online. I have all the physical rights. I think it's more because the EP was already done when they came in. If they were there from the start, they would obviously put more money into the whole project and do everything, and then they need more money in return for their findings. But ours was a really easy deal because everything was in place, so they just needed to promote it. To try and get it as cheap as possible. Friends and my girlfriend did the CD covers for this EP and does a lot of kind of that. Someone that manages to kind of balance the books, that earns enough money to cover their lifestyle off music, whilst covering all their outgoings and stuff, but still getting everything done. That is kind of self-sustaining.
What a self-sustaining artist needs to do is context dependent. Number one, what type of management the artist has, self or external? And two, which set of skills the artist has, what he or she can and can't do. The two previous examples also depends on where the artist is in his or her career.
To be more